It's that time of the year, everybody. The Super Bowl. Isn't it so wonderful? You get together with your family, your friends. You get some beer, some cocktails. You get your kids and family, and you watch football. You know, it's amazing. It's beautiful. My God. We're traveling. We're setting up outside. It's awesome. We're wearing our hats. We're wearing our sweaters. We got the cookies. We got the cakes. We got the pizza. We got the chicken wings. The funny and cute commercials. All the celebrities. It's so cute. So adorable. Don't forget the halftime show. You can't forget the halftime show, huh? It's where everybody gets together and watches the same thing. Can't forget Alicia off key, huh? But then there's people like me who see it more than just a Super Bowl. Don't get me wrong, I have my fun, but it's deeper than that. And that's what we're going to talk about today in this video. I think there's a lot of things about the Super Bowl that we need to dig into. So let's get right into it. This is your girl, Nana and Nay. Make sure you like and subscribe. All right, y'all, let's go. In this Noodles article, you'll read that the top Nigerian banker and his family was unfortunately killed in a helicopter crash while leaving California to go to the Super Bowl. And it's very tragic. On the day of the Super Bowl, Herbert Wigwe set off on a helicopter with his beautiful wife and his son to go to the Super Bowl on one of the Airbus helicopters, the EC-130, along with 6 passengers. Well, they made up 6 passengers, basically. And so there was 6 people on board. They said that the helicopter caught on fire mysteriously. This is something that they have not figured out what it was yet, allegedly. And it crashed, I think, into a train. And, you know, it makes me really sad. I know you guys are probably wondering, what does this have to do with the Super Bowl? And I'm going to get into that. I really will. But I just want to acknowledge that this is one of the top bankers in Nigeria. It's a very successful banker. Listen to this.
Helicopter impacted the train south of I-15 near Halloran Springs, California. 2 crew members and 4 passengers were on board and were fatally injured.
In what has been described as a national tragedy, the Group Chief Executive Officer of Access Holdings plc, Herbert Wigwe, passed in a fatal helicopter crash in the United States. The late banker was not alone. He died alongside 5 other passengers aboard the chopper, including his wife, Chizoba Wigwe, and his eldest son, Chizi Wigwe. According to reports, the Eurocopter EC-130 helicopter flying the elite Nigerian family crashed in California near the Nevada border around 10 p.m. on Friday, February 9, 2024 in California time, 7 a.m. Saturday, February 9, 2024 Nigerian time. Herbert and his family were reported traveling from Palm Springs, California to Las Vegas when they met their untimely death. Since the late banker's passing was confirmed, the United States Authority have yet to figure out what led to the helicopter crash. However, there are speculations.
Well, basically what he said was there was speculations that it might have been due to the weather conditions. Now, I wanted to show you guys this video because this girl right here, beautiful girl, and also this YouTube channel, I love her. I have to find her YouTube channel. I'm going to put it in the link description box down below. But this woman is going to explain how the Super Bowl has something to do with the death of Herbert Wigwe and his family. Take a look at this.
And how Biden just posted this cryptic ass message right after they died. The CEO of one of the largest banks in the country was on a helicopter with pilots, family, and the CEO/chairman of the Nigeria Stock Exchange when their helicopter mysteriously caught fire and crashed while on their way to the Super Bowl. And what are the odds that Biden on his presidential X account drops this photo with glowing red eyes and this weird caption that shocks all of America? And the caption for this picture that he actually posted on the presidential Twitter account was just like we drew it up, and everyone thought that they were talking about the Super Bowl when they weren't. I honestly believe that this is what they were talking about. And if you are unfamiliar with the Nigerian stock exchange and what they have going on right now with America and just the overall fight for power, money, and greed, you need to pay attention to what is going on. One of the people on that aircraft was a chief executive of Access Bank, and his wife and his son were among those 6 people that were on board, and it went down shortly after 10 p.m. on Interstate 15, and all 6 people were killed, including 2 pilots and the former chairman of NGX Group, the Nigerian Stock Exchange. And what's so crazy, it is saying that authorities are investigating it, which means to me they may suspect foul play. They are trying to say that this could take up to 2 years. This entire investigation could take up to 2 years, and they are calling it a terrible tragedy. The Super Bowl was a giant ritual, and those people in that helicopter, think about it. If you take out the owner and CEO of a large bank, one of the largest banks in the country, you take off his wife, and you take out his son, who is left to get the money?
See what she said? Who's left to get the money? Good question. The government. And who controls the Super Bowl? The government. Now, before we get into all the Ice Spice and all that stuff, and no, we're not talking about Taylor Swift and her PR relationship today. That's not what we're talking about. I wanted to show you guys just one more thing about Herbert Wigwe and the stock market in Nigeria, and then we're going to go and get into, Ice Spice and all that other weird stuff.
The best performers this year. Nigerian equities are beating all peers in Europe, West Asia and Africa, and the reason for this surge, well, pension funds and institutional investors, and they anticipate record profits from banks gaining through Naira's devaluation. Now, the 151-member NGX index is up 11% this year in local currency, and currency it only trails Argentina's stock market. The NGX has advanced almost 60% in the past year, but the MSCI Emerging Markets Index has only grown by 2% in the same period. Banking stocks have driven gains. The banking index has risen 16% this year and nearly 140% over the past 12 months. And significant profits from the currency's devaluation are making Nigeria's banks quite attractive. Zenith, Nigeria's biggest lender, booked $372 million of foreign exchange gains, more than doubling profits between January and September. And United Bank for Africa similarly raised profits by more than 300%. And low yields on the fixed income securities have made equities relatively more attractive. So the Central Bank of Nigeria sold one-year treasury bills this week at a yield of 8.4%, which is less than a third of the inflation rate of 28.2% in November last year. And the lack of alternative investment options is also making
that pretty much explains itself, right? Now let's get into the Ice Spice situation. Her and Taylor Swift were in the same skybox together. Their friendship to me is pretty random. I've never thought that I would see them as friends. But the reason why we're talking about Ice Spice is because a lot of people noticed that she made an interesting, not so interesting hand gesture during the Super Bowl. And she had an upside down cross. Take a look at this. They're going to explain it a lot better than I can.
Super Bowl, and they keep putting her up on camera, and I can't help but notice that she has this weird necklace on, right? Now, I don't know if I'm tripping or not, but is that an upside down cross, bro? It breaks my heart because I love Ice Spice. Like, I actually enjoy her music. Like, as you guys see here, they're at the game right now. They keep showing her on, and I swear that's an upside down cross. And what I'm about to show you is actually the scariest one. This is where I was like, hold up, something isn't right. All right, so this is a video of somebody at the Super Bowl while Taylor Swift is taking a drink. Right, so if you see it, you just see Taylor Swift chugging a drink. Everyone's going crazy, right? But if you zoom into Ice Spice, like, look, again, I'm not a crazy conspiracy theory guy. Guys, look what she does with her hands. Bro, she's legit throwing up. That, I'm pretty sure, is a satanic hand gesture. And then she throws up her upside down cross necklace. This is just...
Y'all, honestly, they're just making fun of us for it now. You know how it seems like they're literally making these demonic symbols.
And she's 100% correct. At this point, it just feels like they're playing in our faces. All of this demonic symbolism in the industry and all of this, you know, satanic symbolism that they show us in the industry, none of this is a mistake. You know what I'm saying? They do this on purpose. They're showing us exactly what it is. And the reason why I feel like the Super Bowl mixes into this is because the day of the Super Bowl, there was just so many strange deaths, so many strange things happening. The thing with Ice Spice, the banker dying, and then who's the kicker? Let me show you guys this video of apparently there was a shooting at the Super Bowl parade. Take a look at this.
Hoping tonight with the aftermath of the Super Bowl parade shooting that left one person dead and 22 others injured. Half of them were under the age of 16.
It was at least the 48th mass shooting in the U.S. already this year, and it left local officials asking themselves what more they could do to protect the public when there was already a heavy police presence at the event. It was a morning that began with revelry. Nearly 1 million elated fans of the Kansas City Chiefs lining the streets on Wednesday as players atop a double-decker motorcade rode out the high of their historic Super Bowl win.
Kansas City, let me hear you one time!
The victory lap culminated outside Union Station, where massive crowds gathered for one last rally with their home team. Just minutes after it ended, the area still packed with people, the celebrations turned deadly. Pops of gunfire sent the crowd into a panic. Fans suddenly found themselves scrambling to find cover.
Well, the only thing I really saw was that it became chaotic. And I hear down, 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 everybody down. And about the same time, all of a sudden, I see the SWAT teams jumping over the fence, and I'm like, okay, this might be real. This is supposed to be a celebration for everybody in the city and those of the surrounding area. Just devastating.
The shooting claimed the life of 43-year-old Lisa Lopez Galvin, a popular community radio DJ. She co-hosted Taste of Tejano, a weekly show that brings traditional Mexican music to the radio waves of Kansas City. One of her children, Mark, was reportedly shot in the leg. In total, 22 people were injured by gunshots.
Yo, am I the only one seeing this? First of all, rest in peace to that woman. Rest in eternal peace, and I'm so sorry for everyone who was injured. I'm praying for you. But how horrible is this? And it's like, how could we know as outsiders looking in that this is not deeper than what it looks like? You know what I mean? And 48th shooting in, you know, this year, and it's only the end of February. It's just so crazy to me. All these things I think deeply about, and I think of like, it has to be a deeper meaning to this. Like, was this a sacrifice? You know, like, what were these deaths and these events? Did it have anything to do with the Super Bowl? Was it some type of sacrifice to the elites? Like, oh gosh, woo, girl, the world may never know. Guys, make sure to let me know how you feel about this down in the comment section down below. And like I said, I'm gonna put everybody that I use in this video in the description. Every video that I use will be in the description box down below. Rest in peace to everyone that was mentioned in this video. You guys make sure that you like and subscribe, and God bless.